Open your contacts, my girlfriend said, holding out her hand. Scroll to Nora. Now delete her and prove you don't have ulterior motives. That was the moment I realized this wasn't about my best friend. It was about control. Nora and I met in 3rd grade. Same class, same lunch table, we're basically siblings. Energy that somehow survived puberty, college, jobs, and life getting messy. She's been there for everything. Helped me move 3 times, proofread my résumé, and once drove 4 hours at midnight when my car died in the middle of nowhere. If she shared my last name, nobody would have questioned it. When I started dating Chloe, she seemed fine with Nora at first. The 3 of us even did brunch, laughed at old stories, swapped recommendations. Then around 6 months in, Chloe's comments started showing up like tiny tests. Why does Nora text you so much? Isn't it weird you two hang out one-on-one? Don't you think it's strange? She's still single? I told myself it was normal insecurity that would fade once she felt secure. Instead, it turned into rules. First, it was, don't answer Nora right away. Then it became, no one-on-one hangouts. Then, if you see her, I'm coming too. And every time Chloe came along, she'd sit stiff and quiet with folded arms, like she was monitoring a negotiation. Nora tried to be polite, but the vibe was unmistakable. Chloe wasn't meeting a friend. She was supervising a threat. After one particularly tense dinner, Nora pulled me aside and asked, "Are you okay?" I lied and blamed Chloe's work stress. Nora nodded, but her eyes said she didn't believe me. She didn't push. She never pushes. She just stepped back like someone who's seen this movie before. The blow-up happened when Nora invited me to her company's charity night. She'd been planning it for months and had to speak on stage. She told me she was nervous and asked me to be there. I mentioned it to Chloe and watched her face change. "You're prioritizing her," she said, "over us." I reminded Chloe that Nora had been part of my life for 15 years, that she'd helped me in ways most people don't, that Nora had actually encouraged me to ask Chloe out in the first place. Chloe said that proved Nora was too involved, like loyalty was suspicious if it wasn't directed at her. I went to the charity event anyway. Chloe didn't speak to me for 3 days. When she finally did, it was a long message about boundaries and respect, and how her friends all agreed that men only keep female friends as backup options. She said if I really loved her, I'd understand why Nora was inappropriate. I tried the calm approach. I showed Chloe photos of Nora and me as kids. I explained the history. I asked, if Nora were a guy, would you care? Chloe said that was different. I asked if she'd cut off male friends for me. She said she didn't have close male friends. Like that somehow made my friendships a crime. Then came the ultimatum night. Chloe sat me down on her couch, like she'd rehearsed it. "You choose," she said, "Nora or me. And if you choose me, it's no contact. Delete her number. Unfollow her. No more hangouts." Then she pulled out her phone and showed me proof, Reddit threads, relationship posts, highlighted paragraphs, like she was building a case file. And that's when she said it. Open your contacts. Delete her. Prove it. I looked at Chloe, then thought about Nora helping me pick Chloe's birthday gift. Nora taking my calls when Chloe and I argued about my schedule. Nora never once flirting, never crossing a line, only showing up consistently like family does. Chloe wasn't asking for a boundary. She was asking for obedience. I told Chloe I needed a day. She smiled like she'd already won and started talking about a trip we could take after you handle the Nora thing. The next day, I called Nora and told her everything. I expected anger. I expected hurt. Nora just sighed softly and said, "I had a feeling. Chloe's been cold to me for months." Then she laughed, gentle, not bitter. "Do what you need to do. I'll still be here whether we talk every day or once a year." That's what 15 years means. That sentence made the choice easy. I texted Chloe, "I'm not cutting Nora out. If you can't trust me, this won't work." Chloe called crying, saying I was choosing another woman over her. I said, "No, I'm choosing self-respect over jealousy." Then I blocked her. And the quiet afterward, it wasn't loneliness, it was relief.